If you want to increase the quality of your piano practice and see results 4 times faster than average, this video is for you. You don't have to be an advanced pianist to watch this. You don't have to know Chopin to watch this. It's a prelude in G sharp minor. You do not have to have any knowledge of the piece or music theory or even, honestly, half of the terminology I'm using. So recently I heard this expression that watching this person was like watching Picasso paint. And I was thinking about that. I'm like, what is that even supposed to mean? Like, obviously, somebody at the top of their field in the art of doing what they're really good at doing. But I don't think a lot would really translate. I thought, could we do the same in music? And could it be more beneficial? And the answer is yes. Because the difference here is, at least with what you're about to see, I took the time to actually explain every step along the way that I was doing, instead of just me practicing for 45 minutes. It's me practicing for probably 30 minutes, taking little pauses and telling you, here's what I'm doing, and more importantly, here's why I'm doing it. If you can step back from that and look at what's really going on, it's all about what I call iteration, meaning you try something, you see if it works, and if it does, then you make it harder. If it does not work, then you try it again, and you kind of adjust your goal. But don't click off and think, oh, well, it's just iteration. No, like there's really a lot more. What you're about to see in this next half hour or so is actually a complete panoramic view of how I practice. And it took me nearly 11 years to accumulate all of the principles that I used in just this 1 hour. So without further ado, you're gonna see a little story leading into how this happened and why I decided to put this video together. It is not the most well-made video. It was not ever meant to be publicized, but then I thought, this could really be valuable for people. So sit back, enjoy the ride. You're in for a treat. All right, we are recording. Say hi.
Hi.
This is my student Talia. Accidentally had a mix-up and asked her to get here an hour too early for a group class I'm teaching, so no one else is here for 45 minutes from now, but I am and she is. So I was like, how about we do a practice session assisted, and I'm like, we should record this because I bet it would be educational for other people. So I'm going to play this one more time. I'm learning Chopin's G sharp minor prelude. And it's not in amazing shape. It's not in terrible shape either, but it's nowhere near performance ready. I just gave it a run at 144, so for reference, it's supposed to be a lot faster, but that's where I'm at today. I'm going to try it again. Here we go. All right, so no, don't clap for that. That was even worse than the last time. I did it once right before this recording.
All right, so I'll take the score back. And what I'm going to first do, I'm going to break down my process. I'm trying to get this a little faster, way more comfortable memory, and I'm going to perform this in my group class in
40 minutes.
40 minutes. Yeah, 40 minutes. So what we'll probably do is take like a 5-minute break on the recording, let everybody come in, get settled, and then I'll play it again. But you can be my evidence and my proof that it was in fact the same day. And oh no, actually, let the iPhone tell you. Sunday, October 12th. And we'll show you, it's 12:20. We'll show you I'm performing this like 1:05 or something. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. First thing, I wanna like kind of just quickly go over all the spots that I definitely felt weird about and kind of just out loud identify what I didn't like. I'll go backwards because I don't like being really good at the beginning and then it gets worse as I go. So last line, I mean, it's good enough. Yeah, I'm not gonna change the last line. Second to last line, there was this transition here. I just kind of lost all my my orientation of how many voices I had. So like, see how sometimes it's 2? And sometimes it's 3. And like, I just literally lost my path. So I'm just simply gonna block through it a couple times. And not worry about staccato, sound production, anything. Just get comfortable. When you block it right here, it's actually kind of nice. I like that. Okay, so now I'm going to do it by memory 5 times. Actually, probably 3. 4/3 fingering. I was also forgetting the fingering here, which is the 4th finger in both hands. Oh, I got it. Okay, there we go. Okay, 2 more times. Faster, a little lighter. And actually, I have no clue what the dynamic is. Last thing we had a page ago was forte, and then it goes crescendo, and then it goes forte again. Huh, it doesn't really say. It just kind of probably came down. And you know what? I'm going to move this right by Talia, so that you can block the screen. No, I'm kidding. That way, I'm not like, who do I talk to? Because I want to talk to you, but I also will probably post this on YouTube later. So I don't want it to feel like they're looking at my ear the whole time. So okay, here we go. That felt pretty good. Now I'm gonna convert that to the rotation thing, but I'm gonna double up each one so that I get a little bit more of that like movement built into my arm. So just very simple here. Interesting. By doing that, I never noticed before that some of them go up and some of them go down. It's like, it's not that I learned it wrong, I just never thought about that, but as soon as I had to do the motion a second time, I realized, oh, like this is left, right, and the other one's right, left. So like left, right, left, right, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, left, right, left, right, right, left, right. So it like brought that into a whole new level of consciousness. So here, I'll block it with my phone. Let's try it again. There we go. A little faster. Okay, now real version, normal amount of times. Oh, missed it. I'm telling you, this happens to me too. Like when I'm like, I knew it, and then the next repetition, it's gone. You doubt me on this all the time. But I say it's like, I forgot it. So. That's what's throwing me. The very thing I realized, the right, left, left, right. Correct? Yeah, that transition. No wonder I had trouble there. I was never conscious of that. So. Right, left, left, right. Now I'll just do those 2 chords. And then, okay, now one more time. see, that time I got it, but I was like questioning whether I did the right number of chords. I felt like I skipped something, and I didn't. At least I don't think I did. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See, so this is, I just really want you to realize that when I tell you like, oh, that, you know, it's normal that you don't feel confident on this, or it sounded better at home or whatever, like I go through the same stuff. I just work through it way faster. I go, okay, that's what I'm going through. I'm going to fix it instead of I'm going to like try it 50 more times and hopefully it's better, right? So, oh, overshot the jump. Okay, it's definitely getting to the point where I probably shouldn't keep just running it. I think I understand what needs to be understood. Other thing that I didn't like or that felt sort of weird was this this right hand pattern, and it's because I keep wanting to bring the thumb from C sharp to D sharp, but it just stays on C sharp. I don't know why I keep wanting to move that. Okay, it changes fingering, so it's a matter of just kind of turning my hand. I'm just getting used to that motion. Okay, relax, do it again. Now, to make it worse, it happens twice in a row. The second time, I change my fingering from 5-4 to 5-3. That's what I keep messing up. First time, 5-3. Second time. That was right. See, I had more hesitation on that. Yeah. It's like I still don't want to do that, but I have to because of where the next place goes. 3 leads into the next chord better, so it's worth the change. Right here. There, now it's starting to make sense. Slower. Notice how I actually slowed down after I already got it right. It's not just when you're first learning it. Sometimes it's like slow it down just to really confirm it, because sometimes I just get really jittery. I'm gonna even go slower. 4, 3, 5, 4, 4, 3, 5, 3, change, new chord. Now a little faster. Now it's feeling better. So not only does it happen 2 times back to back, there's a little break, and then it happens 2 times back to back again, and it's the same thing the second time where the fingering changes. 5, 3, but it goes to a different chord, A major instead of B major. So, and that's where it was before. See, now that makes so much more sense because of the direction I didn't notice before. So now I'm going to try the whole thing. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 measures a few times to see if I could get the map of the whole thing better in my head. Okay, now better, much better. One thing still in this B major section. I still want to doubt my fingering there that I switched to 4. So I'm going to block that one too, but just go through it much faster than the first time. That's another crunchy one. Right? And then I forget that I pulled my second finger up here. I always want to keep thumb, but that encourages physical stiffness. So I like kind of bouncing and staying lighter. I just forget to do it. Okay. I think what I'm forgetting is like the 4 has to raise here. See, it's the same as your Haydn. You skip the 4. You know, that sort of thing. It's, see, even I have to remember these things. It's not like it's just automatic. Remember what I told you to do, lift the 4 when you're not using it, right? So feels really weird, but it helps you to remember. And then single notes. Okay, that should be better now. Here we go. Oh dear. Okay, I gotta do the second half again. Slower to really listen. It's right here. I don't know why I missed this. Maybe it's because my arm needs to pull in a little more. 3 in. There we go. Okay, this passage. For the life of me, it's like in some ways it's so simple, but in other ways I just can't. It's like the 4th day on it now. Switch 2. Second time. E left hand. Pull arm in. Switch direction. Nailed it. Okay, there was not one mistake in that. I'm confident. It's like that repetition is the first one that clicked where I was like, I know I have it.
Yeah.
It took that long to get there. Like every other thing I was like, I think I have it. Now I was like, I know I have it. Right? And there's still like, that's not a crawl. Like if I played the... This is very slow. So we're going to move on for now because I have, oh dear goodness, 28 minutes left. All right, so, man, this passage for the life of me, this transition, there's like this little, you're playing with one hand, and then you bring in a chord. For the life of me, that always slows me down. So it's because I always do the whole section. See, and I feel like I have to slow down to like adjust. But instead of playing 4 measures of this and 4 measures of that, I'm just gonna do 1 and 1. So I get that bridge in my head without slowing down. Maybe it's nice to slow down musically, but I don't want to have to do that.
Yeah.
I don't want to be forced into doing that option just because I don't know it well enough. So I'm going to practice, see this single hand measure to the double hand measure. And I think it's just because for the first time in the whole piece, you kind of like mentally chill out. You're like, oh yeah, there's nothing to do. And then you're like, wait, my left hand has to do something. So I think it's just making that adjustment without slowing down. So really slow. 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4. I want to first just prioritize getting there. Like bringing the left hand in. Now, where's it coming from? The other thing is, I have not thought about what I want to do with my left hand in these 4 measures. That's probably part of what's throwing me off. Like, I don't think I hold it there. I think I kind of just chill, but then I forget to bring it back. So I'm going to, for now, I can change it later. I'm going to put it in my lap. And then on the measure before I need to use it, I'm going to move up like a choreography so that I just get used to doing something.
Yeah.
I can sub that out later. Maybe I want to move to the right. Maybe I want to move straight forward. Maybe I don't want this sort of rainbow curve kind of a gesture. But if I don't have something in my head, I'll never get it. So hand, I'm even going to write it in the score here. Hand in lap, move in a curve. And that's going to encourage me. I'll start from here, and I'm going to... Get used to that. The other thing is, it has to go to 3-2, but then you can't connect to the next one. So right after the 3-2 strike, see how I switch my finger?
Yeah.
It's like I have to sort of scoop the hand in. That's the other thing that slows me down, is not being used to that. So moving, scoop hand. Like I almost have to do it in one go. I play it as 3-2. And I sweep in to get 3-2-4. And then I think I just clicked. The other reason why it slows my left hand down is because 2 is in my right hand. I want to go to 2 here, but then I get jammed and it's actually 1-3. So I have to remember I'm starting with 1-3 even though I have 2 in the right hand. So now, no wonder I had trouble there. there's 3 different things making it confusing for me. So I need to move my left hand. I need to switch finger right away and make sure that I have 2 loose and not wanting to be on the D sharp. Now we're going to put a metronome on that. Remember, my goal is to perform it at 152, 1 click faster than I did 20 minutes ago or whatever it was. So I have to get at least to that speed. There we go. It's like 1 beat. Now I'll do 2 measures. There we go. That felt fine. So there's actually no point to repeat it, because if I repeat it, I'm wasting time. So now I'm going to try 2 measures leading in and 2 measures leading out. That also felt fine, so now I'll try 4 and 4. Pretty much fine. Yeah. I got a little turned around in this thumb, but let me just try that one more time to clear that out. Okay, a little slower. Okay, come on. 1, 2, 3, move, switch. Okay, now of course a different fingering problem in the left hand came up. So again, all this stuff happens to me where you're like, wait, I didn't make that mistake last time, but now I made it this time. That just happened to me. So, one more time. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. Now that was perfect. See, now that just reached the level that the last one reached, where it's like, now I know it. Still very slow. What's the takeaway? Play slow more often. Self. I always want to rush. I'm like, I just started this yesterday. I had a teacher who always said, practice slow. And then I went in on him practicing one day. He was playing Chopin Revolutionary Etude. And literally at this speed, like... And I'm like, oh, you play that piece? He's like, I just started it 45 minutes ago. I was like, then why are you playing fast? He's like, yeah, you're right. I should probably play it slow. Okay, so we all say it, and do we actually do it?
No.
No, well, we do. It's just not as like often as we should.
Yeah.
Teaching has made me a better practicer because I have to tell people like 50 times a week to do it, and so then it's like in my head more often. But I'm counting out loud, by the way, so I just keep track of my measures. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Thumb. 2. Second finger. And, okay, now I have it, so now I'm going to try much faster. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, I had it. That one was like, oh, I barely got it. Like, close enough. But, oh no, what am I at? 20 minutes. Okay.
You got this.
Okay, there's 2 more measures I know are killing me. It's this measure. Speaking of on the repeat, where it changes on the repeat, that's what's messing me up. The first time it's different than the second time. So, first time it goes. Second time it changes the chord entirely. That bass note's different. And it goes to a different chord. So the right hand like almost sounds the same, but if you don't listen to the left hand, you get thrown off. So first time. Second time. Is that right? There you go. So, okay, well, it's really confusing. Notice how I'm stopping just to like let it really sink into my ear. All those notes. And then the second time. That's much more jarring, actually. In some ways, like this is more bitey. It's almost like it's already minor, so we get used to that. The second time, that just feels more pungent because we're not used to the major chord. And then there's the minor ninth on top of it.
Yeah.
It's really, really like biting a lemon. So now I'll do 2 measures of each. First time. See, that's just like, bitey, but not too bad. Now, second time. Okay, now I'm going to add a measure. First time. Plus 1 beat. Like I always tell you, if you're doing 3 measures, do 3 measures plus 1 beat.
Yeah.
So you get used to the transition, not just the chunk. Now 3 measures at the second time. See, I already messed it up. That measure. Okay, I'm just gonna go slow. Notice every time I try again, I go slower.
Yeah.
Never the same speed. Like, if you ever go back and watch this recording, every time I try again, like pretty much every time, it's always like, okay, that didn't go well, so I'm not gonna try the same speed. Where am I? Second measure. Oh, that's a nice chord. Feels like a very film score. There's a bitey one again. There's just something about that measure. Maybe I just need to drill it a few times. Okay, so we got chord, and then E, E. Single note, that's part of it. It's like it's in 3/4, but you feel it in 2/4. 1, 2. And then you go 1, 2. I think that's what's throwing me off. I want to hold on to more than is really there. Dear goodness, why does it just, there's like this mental block. Maybe I'll just play more staccato. That sometimes can help clear a mental block because like it's your physical technique is telling you something's wrong because you're holding on and it doesn't make sense. If you just let go of everything. It can remind you that it's actually like not that hard to play. That's what it is. It's the 2 not rearticulating. And then like on this one, there's no 2, and I was wanting to add it. So when the 2 was there, I didn't want to have it. And when it wasn't there, I wanted to add it. So I think that's what's going on. It's like I know the music in my head, but not fast enough for my physical feeling to keep up. And that's why I keep messing it up. So remember what I always say, block what's held, right? Block this, then just block only the thumb, or hold it. In my defense, I think I started this passage yesterday or the day before, so it's also like not totally had time to sink in yet. But. Now, okay, I got that, and then everything after that I messed up. Oh yeah, I forgot. It's this huge, biggest jump of the piece after that. It's better. Notice I've been talking out loud a lot, like fingerings. I've been saying chord, thumb. I've been counting out loud. I've been saying like move or whatever, because that keeps me engaged. It already helps that I'm talking to you, but like it keeps me like really focused on what I want to solve as opposed to just like playing through and then my mind is like, oh, lunch, which I'm actually really hungry right now. But, oh well, Rest in peace. Oh, there we go. You know this song?
It sounds like
Cold as Ice. Or no, is it? No, yeah, it is. There we go. Something like this. I don't know. It reminded me of that because there's this suspended chord. And then even more intense. That is so Star Wars. This sounds like it could be. All right, here we go. I've got to get this, and I have no time to do this.
you got it.
Oh yeah. Like, you know, in those shows where there's like 60 minutes or something, or like there's like a time clock. It's like I literally like have that going in my head. Anxiety is not a great teacher. Thumb. Cold as ice. Star Wars. Just the most gorgeous C sharp minor 9 you can imagine. Like it just like explodes. You don't hear that in context. It's like it's like really intense, right? But just right there, you just land on it. It's very beautiful.
Yes.
By the way, that's like a command keyword I have all the time where I'll be like, oh, this one moment. That's like Star Wars, right? Or Cold as Ice. Because I make an association with what it sounds like as I'm practicing slowly. And then I don't necessarily hear that while I get faster, but I make that association that like, oh yeah, this is the Cold as Ice chord. And then I go, oh yeah, this is the Star Wars. Like, I picture like Darth Sidious in episode 3, like just lightninging someone. So, you know, like you can almost create those associations and they help build your memory. So as you're going along, you're not just like, what's this chord? And in fact, if you don't know music theory at all, you can still like use your ear to make associations and make a picture or a story with it. So here we go. Hopefully I get this time. Yes, I got it. It just still needs that like extra push. So notice I kept saying tempo, but I cut the time in half, like 2 measures instead of 4. So my focus would be more on the end. Oh, that's rough. Like I don't trust myself yet, but. Because it's getting too confident. Gotta keep it hard. It's getting there. Oh dear, I barely made it, but that's probably above 150.
Yeah.
But just a little bit. See how fast this can happen? That was terrible 5 minutes ago. And now I can almost do it. I mean, I'm kind of stiffening up and bracing.
Yeah.
That I don't want to settle for that. But like, I'm doing that because it just simply hasn't stayed in my neuromuscular system long enough. A night of sleep, 2 or 3 more sessions of review is going to completely take care of this, and you're going to see all that physical forcing completely out of my playing. It's there because it's kind of like, I know it, but my hands like literally are not trained to keep up fast enough to my brain yet.
Yeah.
Your brain is always faster than your hands until you do the repetitions.
Yeah.
But if your brain doesn't know where to send the hands will never catch up. Right? So that's when we were looking at trills, and I'm like, play it and just get one note right. Like if you don't even get one right, you don't know what to send your brain, and you're just gonna be like, ah. Versus like, no, I know it has to be right in this place in the key, and then transfer.
My hands just stiffen when I try to do trills. It's impossible.
Well, we'll get there. We will get there. Okay, the rest I'm just going to have to... no. A lot can be done in 10 minutes. Here we go. Always have trouble with this part. First of all, the left hand jumps are kind of far. It's not even that hard, but when I choreograph them, I always forget. So I'm going to start by just playing it 7 beats. Nice and slow. Just relaxing in the bottom of the key. Okay. A little faster. It's that transition. Okay, arrow. What am I doing here? I think it's not knowing which fingers I was pivoting on. Which in this case is the 3rd finger.
Yeah.
There we go. And same thing, 3rd finger. Both times. Okay, that's the key. That might have actually just solved it. So, now I don't know where I start. Again, that doesn't just happen to you. I'm trying to not look at the score here because I really don't know. Is it? Yeah, okay. So notice I did look, but I found it first. I've never noticed until today that both hands have octaves there, that they're the same note. And by the way, if this does go on YouTube, please don't comment to tune my piano. I'm getting so tired of that. Like, I tune it 3 times a year. I don't have money to do more than that. I literally get like 2 comments a week, like tune your piano, and I'm like, well, I create about 100 videos every 4 months, so like that's how often I tune my piano. So like at least 20 of my videos are going to be recorded with an out-of-tune instrument before it's all fixed up.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, I think that was the only connection, and I just, for some reason, I never realized that. See, it's easy to not realize those simple connections because you play from before.
Yeah.
But like when you have to start on that, that's why I always tell you, like, learn every measure like it's the first measure. Because then you go, oh, yep. Like I bet if you were playing Bach Invention, you would not forget, like, am I down here? Like, you know the first measure really, 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 really good.
Yeah.
For your release. You know the first measure. And so if you just think, well, if the piece was right there, you would probably not forget the octave. But because it's not, most of us forget that. So here we go. Okay, so again, a little lighter. Remember the staccato exercise. Okay, that one too. That. It's kind of a big move. I want to make a little polka out of that. Okay, I can't waste that. Okay, so here we go. There's another. I have thought that's wrong so many times. It's just really crunchy. And is it a 5th? No, it does actually. Oh, it's even more crunchy. It's like a Jacob Collier chord. Okay, so. Oh, that's what I'm doing wrong. Octave, then crunchy chord. All right, other things I thought were wrong. I have to just brace for impact here. I kept getting this chord wrong. Just have to remember the tritone. So, tritone. 3 times. Tritone, probably. Yep. Now I forgot this chord, the first playthrough. C, Yeah. Okay, first time. No. Second time. So civil, right? Like very, very simple. There you go. Second time. Same, and then they end differently, kind of. Resolves down to minor. Second time, it goes up, builds the energy. And I keep wanting to like do like a big octave, but it's not. I think that's why I messed it up. Musically, it explodes. But he only gives you those two notes. And then this is just purely difficult, like physically. How much are we have? Oh, 4 minutes. People are already showing up. All right, so for privacy's sake, I probably have to end the recording because people don't know they're going to be on recording. Oh, yeah, there's 2 people. All right, so I'll record this in a few minutes. Here we go. All right, like shout, make noise. All right. And Talia, are you still here?
Yeah.
Yes, okay. And it is the same day, October 12th. Wow, that's a really blurry screen. I promise I'm not faking this. There we go. There we go, October 12th. It's 1:10, so 5 minutes later than I expected to be playing this. But here we go, music's down, take it. Yeah, that actually was a solid catch. And I don't want to play with a pencil on the strings. All right, 152. This will make sense later, I promise. I forgot to have the microphone on, so I'm going to play the prelude one more time, and I'm going to go even faster. So here we go.
Hey, congrats. You made it all the way to the end. That's pretty crazy, honestly. It must have been somewhat entertaining to watch me mostly fail and somewhat succeed. No, it was a success. I really think that went well for the most part. I hope you were able to take some things. I'd love if you could share in the comments your top takeaways. Like, I didn't expect that, or surprised you practiced this way, or whatever. Because I'm just interested to see like what is different from what other people are doing, but also how it comes across. Because I take it for granted a lot of the times, like what I'm doing, and I might think I'm explaining something well, and then it turns out I wasn't. So, and then what's been really interesting is sometimes my students have had a really important takeaway on what I thought was like the least important throwaway comment I made. was like, really? Like that, of all the things I just said, that's the thing that you were like, transformed by or whatever. So, anyway, all that said, if you have enjoyed this video and would like to learn more, subscribe and get in touch. There's a link to my email list where I send out weekly updates for free to your inbox. You're going to get piano advice. You're going to get all sorts of other things and free bonuses, and then also opportunities to join programs as I make them available and stuff like that. So anyway, thanks for watching. Talk to you next time.